Wow.
Hello. So how did we get here?
Hi everyone, I'm Mindy Kaling.
I'm Reese Witherspoon.
I'm Oprah Winfrey, and you're watching Pretty 52. So how did we get here?
Gosh, it's been a long journey.
We came to London.
But let's keep it short.
What do you think was the most pivotal moment that changed your life and got you where you are today?
I dropped out of college.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was scary because I thought I couldn't afford to pay the tuition and then not work. So then I went to go be an actress, and then I got this job. They called me and said, okay, after you finish that movie, do you want to go do this other movie? And I had to make a decision to go back to school or start my career. And I thought, because I was going to go into medicine. I wanted to be a doctor.
Oh my
And I
goodness.
made a change. I said, okay, well, if I do this movie and it's successful, then I will continue being an actor, hopefully.
Oprah, what was the most pivotal moment for you?
For me, it would be leaving Baltimore at the age of 29, going to Chicago to host my own show when everybody said, you're gonna fail in Chicago. And I thought, well, if I fail, I'll just go into advertising or something, I don't know. But I've now learned as much as I can learn in this particular spot. And that's how I always knew it's time to move. If I hadn't moved to Chicago, no, I wouldn't be sitting here with y'all
I
today.
think that's a really good point because I think people get stuck. I always think life has many chapters.
It does.
And they need to look different, and you need to have different jobs and different adventures for each chapter.
What advice would you give your younger self?
I had a moment 3 years ago where I was having a lot of self-doubt, and I was about to start this movie called Wild, where I have to be all alone in the movie, and I don't talk very much in the movie, which was scary to me. And I did this exercise with this therapist, and she said, your older self is gonna talk to you at this time. And she said, what would you say? And it just completely freed me up. And I said, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna be successful. And it gave me courage to do something scary, to tell myself that it would be okay to try something scary.
I would say to myself, relax, just relax. It's gonna be okay. Lean into who you are and stop worrying about what everybody else thinks. Because look at how much time all of us as women people spent worrying about what other people were thinking of us.
Somebody said something smart to me, that there's the human capacity to think of another person is about 30 seconds. So if you're spinning there and you're going, I said the dumbest thing, usually the person that you're so worried that they're judging you is going, I need a sandwich.
That's very
Isn't that freeing?
reassuring.
So you're so worried that they're judging you, but they're actually just thinking,
They're thinking about
am
themselves.
I tired?
I would give mine about relationships because I think that
Yeah.
the crushes that I had when I was like 12, 13, 14, 15 through high school were the most passionate feelings I've ever had in my life. Even now,
Really?
even in the great loves that I've had in my 30s, in my 20s, could not muster up the amount of ardor that I had as a kid. And I would love to tell the person back then, you will not even remember their names of your crushes that you have when you're on a lesson because you think I became so fixated on romantic love because it was so alien to me. And I said to tell myself that there is plenty of time.
That's why I have such respect for young love. Because when you're young and you don't have the perspective to know that you're not gonna remember his name, you feel it so deeply, so powerfully. And so everybody's saying, oh, that'll pass. I try not to say that. I go, just go ahead and feel it, feel it.
Give people permission to feel it because
Feel it.
when you're young,
Yeah.
you feel things stronger.
So
I
much
agree.
more deeply, yes.
Who has been the biggest influence on your career and why?
Biggest influence on my career would be a guy that nobody knows. His name is Dennis Swanson. He was general manager of the ABC station in Chicago that hired me to do this show called AM Chicago. And I had been previously hired in Baltimore, and the moment I got hired, they wanted to change me. They wanted me to be thinner. They wanted my nose to be different. They wanted me to actually have plastic surgery. They asked me to change my name. They asked me to, and so when I was hired by Dennis Swanson, the very first day when he said, we want you to do this job, I said, well, you know, I'm overweight, and you know, I have this fro, and he said, and I'm looking at you and I'm overweight too, and we don't want you to change a thing. We just want you to be yourself. So he gave me permission. At the time, there was this giant of a talk show host named Phil Donahue, and he was like the king of talk. And he said, we know you can't beat Phil Donahue. We just want you to be yourself. And the first day I was on the air, I beat Phil Donahue.
Wow.
Hello, You know why that happened? Because he gave me permission to be myself.
yourself.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't trying to beat Phil Donahue.
Yeah.
What a relief.
What a relief. And so that
What
changed
such
my career.
profound
Dennis
advice.
Swanson saying, we just want you to be yourself. Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
Yeah. But that's how anybody gets to be successful, is finding a way to lean into your own frequency. Thanks for watching Pretty 52.
Thanks for watching Pretty 52.
Thanks for watching Pretty 52. Sorry.
Sorry.
You'd swear I'd done this before.